Was Hillary just a dumb blonde who didn't get what classified meant and didn't know from the internet and didn't know about computers? Well, when you're the Secretary of State, you don't get to hide behind that particular defense. The Secretary of State is the one who is in charge of designating what is classified and what is not, and designating the levels of classification. Everyone else who does that reports to her in the State Department. Hillary is now attempting to dodge blame for the email scandal by basically saying it was everybody else's fault. Her press statement really is kind of like, who, me? Was Comey talking about me? No, he was obviously talking about the 300 other people in the State Department and the intelligence community who kept sending me emails that had classified material in them. Well, what was I supposed to do? I opened it and I read it, and sometimes I forwarded. How did I know they were classified? Well, first of all, you're the one that has to make the decision that they're classified, and obviously the content of most of them indicated it was classified, and some of them highly, highly classified. Secondly, how stupid of those 300 people to assume that if they sent an email to the Secretary of State about classified material, that she would regard it as classified and not put it out there on a server for the Russians or the Chinese to help themselves to. Every Secretary of State, or any cabinet member for that matter, or any executive, sets up the terms by which their subordinates communicate with them. If they want smoke signals, they'll get smoke signals. If they want only in-person whispered conversations, there'll be a line outside their office every morning. And if they designate an email server, that's where the communications are going to go. And Hillary obviously chose that, obviously put herself in the position where to communicate with her, you would have to put these materials at risk through an unsecured server. Had she had a secured server and an unsecured server, do you really believe that her subordinates would have knowingly and deliberately used the unsecured server? That's nonsense. They used what she made available. As she tells these lies and spins these yarns, she is really just digging herself deeper and deeper into a hole from which there is no exit. At best, she comes across as incompetent. At worst, she comes across as malicious. And the truth is probably somewhere in between, which is that she was negligent and didn't really care about how much she exposed America's secrets, but cared mainly about keeping her server secret, not from the Russians and the Chinese and the Iranians and the North Koreans, but from the American media and from Freedom of Information requests. Why? Because her server contained thousands of documents about the bribery scheme she had going with Bill, where he would get bribes for speaking fees and she would take actions requested by foreign governments and other companies. And she wanted that stuff in secret, not discoverable on an email. Those are the emails that were deleted, in my opinion. Thanks for watching.